This one is a more serious one, which we all know I'm really not serious at all. But I gotta put my glasses on for this one. But this mainly deals with a scientific situation, especially when it comes to health. As we all know, one of the biggest problems and one of the biggest deaths that we have in a lot of people are strokes. Now I said one of them, I didn't say the biggest, I said one of them. But strokes are the biggest. But the thing that's kind of interesting now is that the strokes are now starting to hit younger people. Normally when you hear someone has a stroke, they're probably like in their 40s or 50s and above. Most, if I'm correct, most I've heard them being like in their 60s and up. But there's actually been a rate in that, let me phrase that, a higher rate in that in younger people, which I do have the statistics right here. And if you want to read about it, it is in the description. But pretty much what's going on when it comes to strokes, there is a percentage bar. I wrote it down on a sheet of paper here so that I can read it straight from this. I wrote it down right here so I can read it straight from that instead of from the computer here. But what's going on is that in men between the ages of 15 to 34, there's been a 51% rise in strokes for men that young, which is very, very concerning, especially when it comes to a lot of families who have young boys of that age. And in men of the ages 35 and 44, it's a 47% rise. So you can tell that more and more younger people are starting to have strokes, which is very, very, very uncommon. Now, when it comes to females, in the ages of 15 to 34, it's only been a 17% rise. And from 35 to 44, only a 36% rise. Now, I'm going to have everything go ahead and placed right here, right beside me, so that way you can still read it there. What I'm about to say of everything that I'm saying, the charts that I got from the site itself. That's, like I said, in the descriptions. But there's a doctor that goes by the name of Dr. Ralph Sacco. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. He pretty much believes that the reason why we're seeing such a huge raise in strokes in younger people is because of the fact that he thinks that a lot of it is coming through there are a lot of younger people who are a little bit more obese than others, and this is just what he believes, that obesity may be the cause of it. So the more and more gain they weight, the more likely they will have to when it comes to a stroke. Now, the thing that I find kind of interesting, and me personally I find interesting, is the fact that the percentage is higher in men than it is in females. Which raises the question, dudes, what the hell are we doing for our number to have risen so high? And women, what the fuck are y'all doing to make y'all so low? And let us know. Because we please tell us. But also, there's been Allison Hooker in North Carolina who works for the Forsyth Medical Center down in North Carolina, who says that half of her patients that came in has been admitted due to a drastically dangerous strokes. And I really want to this is something I had to post up because it's kind of scary for me because I'm in that time frame. I'm in that age range for the 51%. I mean, no, I'm not obese and everything else, but still, it could happen to anyone. And with it happening to people a lot younger, and with me being in that age range, it's a little scary. Which means we really need to take care of ourselves and everything else. But go ahead and put your comments in what you think of it. Let me know. Brad Womack, The Bachelor, is at it again. He is back on for a second term. Why? I don't know. But apparently from what we know, he's saying that he's trying to find love again. Even though the first time he was on The Bachelor, as we all know, he became the snake of The Bachelor because he chose no one. And on top of that, from what my sources tell me, and from what I heard, the whole time when he was on The Bachelor, he was texting his ex. And yet, for some odd reason, women still want to try to be with him. Women, get a clue. He did it to those other two girls. How you know he's not going to do it to you? Ooh, a rhyme, I like that. Anyway, there's also another thing about the whole situation about Mr. Womack, that it was stated in magazines and even on the web. There was a link underneath dealing with him, and apparently he's been a very bad boy in his past. So pretty much you know him looking like this, but in the past he looked like this. That's one pretty ugly mugshot, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Anyway, this Womack, which a lot of people don't really know too much about because he's been keeping it kind of a secret, but it's now out, and according to him, he says yes, he's done things in his past, but that was an old him and now he's new. There is a saying for certain things like this. What is the word? The past never dies, or what comes around goes around. But anyway, dealing with him, it turns out he has been arrested on a number of occasions. The first arrestee was because of making forgery driver's license, aka fake IDs. The other one, he has been forging bad checks. You bad boy. I'm gonna put you over my lap and spank you a little bit. The third one, this one I love, was public intoxication. Sometimes I wonder if you tried to pull a Ron White. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a look at one of old Ron White's old comedy specials. Hey, why don't you go ahead and look at Blue Collar Comedy Tour? Right about at the end of it, you start talking about him being drunk, being thrown out of a bar in New York. If you know what I'm talking about, you get the picture. But yet, like I said, these girls are still trying to go for him. But hey, he started The Bachelor on the 3rd. How are things going? I don't know. Do I really care? No, not really. But, Mr. Womack, I do have one little piece of advice. Well, not advice, but there is one thing I just want to say to you on your journey through this Bachelor. I wish you the best of luck.